Hey, welcome to Worry Free Wednesday. Greg Surratt here with a little encouragement. I want to start a new series that I'm going to call Called to More, and it's from Ephesians chapter 4. And if you've been paying attention to the news lately, you know life feels like a constant storm. The headlines are crazy, there's arguments, opinions, we're polarized. The world seems to spin more out of control every day. And maybe it leaves you wondering, does any of this matter? Can I make a difference? Well, Paul faced the same kind of chaos, but he wrote from a prison cell. And here's what he said in Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 1. He said, "As a prisoner for the Lord, then, I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling that you have received." Notice, Paul doesn't say live a life worthy of the easy days or the quiet seasons or the moment when everybody agrees with one another. No, he says live a life worthy of your calling, period. That's it. Your calling isn't based on circumstances. It's not about the approval of others. It's about reflecting the character of Christ in whatever season that you find yourself in. Think of it kind of like a lighthouse. We've got lighthouses here in Charleston and love to go to Maine and see the lighthouses up there. And in the day of lighthouses, storms may rage, waves might crash, the wind might howl, but the light doesn't change its purpose. It keeps shining, it keeps giving direction and hope to anybody who's looking. And your calling works the same way. Even when everything around you is chaotic, your purpose in Christ remains steady. So, what does living worthy of your calling look like in the turbulent times that we're living in right now? Let me give you a couple of ideas. Number one, guard your heart. Don't let the chaos around us define you or dictate your reactions. I've read a lot about the algorithms that are in social media right now and how they're dividing us. You click on a like on one thing and you're going to get fed all kinds of things that sound exactly like it until you find yourself kind of in a vacuum, or not a vacuum, in an echo chamber of people saying the same things, and you got to guard your heart on these things, okay? Secondly, focus on small acts of faithfulness when everything's crazy. Speak truth gently. Show love consistently and serve where you're planted. It's not an accident. God's got you where you are. Here's the third thing. Trust God with the outcomes. See, He's at work even when you don't see it. So here's a simple illustration. You imagine a child trying to throw a pebble across, a raging river. They might not see it reach the other side, but every pebble that lands leaves ripples. And your actions and my actions, when they're done in obedience to God, are like those ripples. They spread further than we could ever see. And so today, when the world feels unstable, you remember this: your calling hasn't changed. You're still invited to live, according to Paul, a life worthy of the calling that you've been given. And in the next few days, we're going to talk about specifically what that calling is. But anchor yourself in Christ. Shine steadily and trust that your light really does matter, even if the waves of life keep crashing around you. That's the way to live worry-free, even in turbulent times. So let's crush Worry-Free Wednesday together. Are you in? Well, if you enjoy these short, encouraging videos, why don't you like them, comment on them, share them, subscribe so that you don't miss any. And until next time, worry less, live more. And let's not just have a good day. Let's make it a great worry-free Wednesday.